What's going on, man? It's your boy Trey Sense here. Got a quick little cologne review for you. I guess it's a review or a touch-up or update or whatever you want to call it. Basically what it is, not basically, it is what it is. And what it is the fragrances that I choose to wear this weekend, starting with Friday. First one up is Nautica Life. Now, this is the one that I decided to wear Friday because Friday was just like today. Beautiful day. Very hot out, very warm out, so I wanted something cool and refreshing. So I went with this, and that is Nautica Life. This one, if you're familiar with the Nautica house of colognes, then you'll know exactly what to expect out of this. Aquatic, oceany, beachy, fresh, clean fragrance. Much like Nautica Rush, Nautica Gold Rush, Nautica N83, Nautica Voyage Sport, Nautica Voyage, falls right in line with that. Beautiful fragrance, especially for the money. This is a nice little fragrance for under 15, 20 bucks, what you're going to pay for it. You can't expect too much out of a fragrance when you get it for around a $20 mark. And I think this one is less than 20, more than 15, less than 20 for a 100 ml bottle. And the bottle to me looks great. I love the little rope in there. I like the way Nautica keeps with the Nautica theme, but let's be honest, it's all about the juice inside. The juice inside got me about 5 hours of longevity, which is not bad for an aquatic, fresh, inexpensive fragrance, with about 2 hours of projection. Yeah, now this is one that you're gonna stop smelling pretty fast, but the people around you will be able to smell it. And when you move, it's gonna throw off a nice little scent trail. You know, they're going to be able to smell it, and you walk by, they're going to be able to smell it, and it's very pleasant, especially for 20 bucks. This is one that if you don't have in your rotation, I think that you should have in your rotation. They also make Nautica Life Energy or Nautica Energy Life, whichever way it goes. I haven't picked that one up yet. I keep passing on it, but I think the next time I see it, I'm going to pick it up because I wore this one, like I said, Friday, and I just was reminded of how nice of a scent this was. Very nice fragrance. Little bit of a Blue de Chanel vibe to it. Not a lot, but a little bit. Nowhere near as developed or as complex as Blue de Chanel. But I can see this being a poor man's Blue de Chanel all day long. You're going to get the same type of vibe from it. Not the same scent, but the same type of vibe. But this is a good little cheapie. Fresh, clean, non-offensive. You can wear this anywhere. Around people that don't like fragrances or that are easily irritated by colognes. They say, ooh, that's too strong. Something like this would be nice. You can't go wrong with this, especially this time of year. Like I said, about 2 hours of projection, about 5 hours of longevity. Pick it up at your local rack stores, Ross, TJ Maxx, Burke's Outlet, Burlington, places, Marshalls, places like that. Don't pay any more than 20 bucks for it. 4 or 5 hours of longevity, about 2 hours of projection. Nautica Life. Very nice fragrance. Moving along. Saturday I had a little bit more of a dressed up event to go to, but I wanted to wear something that I haven't worn, so I reached for this. This is Lacoste Live. This is what I wore Saturday. And off the top, this one right here, it makes me laugh, it makes me smile because all you smell is lime. This is a blast of lime, and I love lime. If I go to a restaurant, I always order water and I tell them to bring me lemon and lime, and I'm always reminded of good fragrances after I squeeze that lemon and that lime into my water. My hands smell like that lemon and lime, so I just kind of chuckle when I smell a fragrance like this because I think, man, maybe this is how colognes got started. Somebody using lemon and lime to wash their hands or something. Who knows? But anyway, this is lemon, lime, and aquatic notes, and it smells really, really nice. I was very happy with this, and again, this is one of those, man, that when it gets in the air, it smells good. Now, you don't expect a lot of longevity out of this. Maybe 4 hours, maybe between 4 or 5 hours with about 2 hours of projection, and that's about all you get out of a cheap citrus-based aquatic type fragrance. They just don't last long. I mean, I guess with the aquatic notes being so light, I guess it's hard to make them last long. But I paid $20 for this on sale, 100 ml bottle. I will be wearing this a lot this summer because, like I said, that lime is very pronounced in it. You can smell it, and it smells like something that you want to drink. It smells good. It's a great fragrance. I happen to love it. I will be wearing this soon. As a matter of fact, if I go anywhere today, I'll probably spray this on again today. I'm trying to think of what I just sprayed on or what I'm wearing today. Man, I can't even remember. Anyway, brings me to Sunday. Sunday, what I wore was a little doozy that I've had for a while. I think this may have been the second time I wore it. I pulled it out because, I don't know, I just felt like wearing it. It is 8 and Bob Egypt. And like I said, with the niche fragrances, I don't have a lot of niche fragrances, and I don't keep a lot of them on stock. I'm in my rotation. I said in stock like I'm a store. I don't keep a lot of them. I have maybe 20, 25 bottles of niche fragrances. Yeah, if that. This is 8 and Bob Egypt. I like 8 and Bob fragrances. I guess they're not overly expensive, but they're pretty expensive, but they're not $400 or $500 a bottle. I think a 100 ml bottle of this is about $170. Yeah, so I have about 8 mils of it, and that's plenty for me because I have a lot of cologne, so that's about all I need. I'll break stuff like this out on really special occasions, and and that'll be that. It's not something that I'm going to reach for every day. But anyway, enough about that. The juice. Leather, and then spice. So I doubt I'll be wearing this one again for several months. You see that dark juice? That tells you a little bit about it too. It's a very dark juice. It's a very rich juice. Yeah, very complex, very sophisticated. A lot of leather and a lot of spices. I like the way it develops. It's not a monster projector, but the funny thing about it is you will get about 10 hours of longevity out of it. It stays on your skin for a long time. And again, it'll disappear from your nose real quick. You won't smell it and you'll be like, man, I can't even smell it. But it's there. It's one of those. But I think it's a gentleman's fragrance because, like I said, you have to understand, these colognes and fragrances are not meant to be smelled across the room. Honestly, in arm's reach is where you're supposed to smell a person's fragrance. You're not really supposed to smell them all the way across the room. It's supposed to be in arm's reach. And that one does a good job of that. It's a little strong when it comes out, but it dies down really quickly, it dries down and develops really fast, and it honestly develops into a very beautiful fragrance once it dries down and develops. I like it, but it is definitely a colder weather fragrance. It's not something that I'll be wearing in this heat. I guess I wanted to wear it Sunday because I was a little dressed up, for church and all, so I pulled it out, but it won't be pulled out again probably until November or so because it's just going to be too hot for it. But that is 8 and Bob Egypt. Best way I can describe it, leather and spices, man. And like I said, longevity, I could still smell it on my hand when I woke up this morning, so it is a nice fragrance. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a little on the expensive side. I think 100 mils of it is about $160, $170, give or take. I guess it depends on where you get it and what kind of coupons or whatever you got for it. So it's not something I recommend you pick up. You could go get a John Varvatos fragrance if you want leather and spices. But I use a certain service. I'm not going to mention their name to get my niche fragrances, but I wouldn't recommend anybody do that. But that's something different for that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother day. Again, what I wore this weekend, Nautica Life, highly recommended, great cheap fragrance. Lacoste Live, I recommend it, great cheap fragrance. And 8 and Bob Egypt, I'm not sure I'd recommend that one, for just the average collector. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you got any experience with any of these fragrances, let me know, and maybe we can talk about it. Leave it in the comments below. If you got something you want me to check out, let me know, and hey, we can talk about it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, peace, y'all.